Should be live now.
Here we go.
Think. All right, boys, no fuck ups, okay? All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Old Man Gaming Hour.
Or so.
This week, we have a guest.
Little Lukey.
Little Lukey. Wow. We're joined by team member Luke Edinger, and we're going to give our thoughts, our rundown, our recap of Nashcon 2025. But before we get going on all that speak, we're joined by. Oh, cool! That's fun. There it is.
That's what I do.
Echoes in the background.
Yeah, it's totally fine. You're allowed to mute that anytime you want.
I hear you. I didn't hear me. Okay. So we'll just hope. Or Roush will get on and be like, don't try to show.
Yeah.
All it was Jake talking.
Well, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
If anybody gets on, just let us know that you can hear us. But otherwise,
shout out in the chat if we have audio issues. Anyway, before we get started on that, I think what we want to do is a couple things because Josh is super excited about showing you some models, I think. So we will talk about our work desks and if we've had anything worth noting. Let's start with Luke since he's the guest.
All right. My hobby has been quite the same for the last month or so. I've been painting Night Hunt. Got the manifestations primed up. Gonna try to get those because I kind of want to run those in my list from now on. New book is interesting, but mainly just been painting Night Hunt. That's about it.
Very nice.
Reasonable.
One trick pony, this kid.
Well, it seems to be the way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all, Josh.
It's my worst skill. Let's be honest.
Let's see. I don't think I've done any hobby actually. All I can think of since the last time we did a show. But the one thing I will be doing very shortly, maybe even today, is priming terrain.
I love that.
Got a bunch of rattle cans sitting in the basement waiting to get used. So,
I wonder what you could be using terrain for.
What do you mean?
We have
a PT coming up.
Yeah, that was Luke's way of foreshadowing.
Yeah, that was foreshadowing.
That was a wink, a wink.
We don't use that kind of highbrow stuff in our show.
Okay, I get the memo. My bad. It wasn't in the tutorial for Strivy with Josh or Jake yesterday.
We ran it down.
Yeah. But I don't. Yeah. Other than that, haven't done anything army-wise yet. Because my new hero and book and stuff comes out next weekend, I think.
Yeah.
So I know I went to the store yesterday to pick up a hobby knife to build, and I ended up coming home with a bunch of stuff for the Leagues of Votan. And,
oh, nice.
And a cannon.
For a game we don't play. Okay.
And an
Ironwell cannon.
Yeah, I needed a third one because,
Oh, a city's cannon. The city's cannon.
This dude.
Well,
yeah, no,
he'll have three cannons built by the time they nerf them, just so he has them in case 6 years from now they become good again.
Well, hey, I mean, it's totally possible.
There's other units that are good in that army. So.
Yeah, sure. If the Pontifex doesn't exist, the army doesn't exist. So
you never know. They're going to get a new book.
That's true.
It'll be totally rewritten. And it won't have dwarves and elves in it. But that is not what I built.
Correct. What did you build?
I built some, whatever these things are fucking called. Dumbass bats. I built 10 of these little fuckers. whatever these are called.
The ball of Crypt Guard. That's what it is, but yeah.
I built this dude because he came in the box, and
Yeah.
I built this fella. They're basically just trash.
Oh man, I would have took those.
Regiment of Renown. We're
that
adding it.
hurt.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna run it a few times. Maybe MIGT. We're gonna continue on with the Soul Blight. We're gonna add the Ushran Regiment of Renown. That's the plan. We're gonna see how it runs. We're gonna throw it together. I didn't have enough firepower. I didn't feel like it. Here's some foreshadowing for you, fucking Luke. I didn't quite have enough firepower at Nashcon with my list, so I'm changing the list up a little
bit.
And we're gonna add in Ushran and see if he had some firepower.
I don't think you caught on to what Mac was doing. It was the obvious choice was 40 Blood Knights, and you're getting
I wouldn't run that anyway. I have more Blood Knights over here somewhere. I would do 30 Blood Knights in Vordry. I think Vordry is a better choice than an extra 10 Blood Knights. But I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong.
He was. He said he didn't like he wanted more Blood Knights because his other list was able to like kind of take up the role of having Vordry in it, you know. But
yeah,
he's just a good player, and that anything he runs, he does pretty well with.
Except for first tournament that I've ever seen him at, but he did pretty well. We'll talk about that here in a minute too.
Yeah.
But,
Okay. I can't even concentrate right now.
Why? Because we're live from the Ohana room. Because I took those shitty models and threw them.
Well, one you tilted me a little bit because those are models that I would actually use. So thanks for damaging those.
No, they landed in a box somewhere back here.
Yeah, I think the impact on the wall is what probably broke them.
But the real reason I'm having concentration issues because it smells like my dog just took a diarrhea shit on my feet.
Oh.
It is so bad over here right now. It's like making my eye twitch.
Fucking good.
Golly.
Man, you were worried about Josh flickering his lights, turning on his audio stuff. You're over here like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
It's so bad.
Plug your nose.
Wow. God. I was doing it the whole time you were talking. I was like, I can't do it.
And out of the stream, he's got like a clothespin on his nose. Can't even breathe.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Whew. All right. Other than that, you built FEC stuff, which I love to see. You don't have the Ushran built that yet, though.
No, I printed the Ushran. He's at home. Remember
yeah.
And I'm gonna use that bad boy. I don't want to spend money on shitty models if I don't have to. So.
Didn't you just say you went and bought Leagues of Osan?
Yeah, but those are just stay in the box.
Oh, okay.
No.
Those shelf decorations.
Oh, new book. That new model does look sweet and really good.
Yeah, I bought the new model.
Yeah.
Oh, and another thing I bought recently that's going to be cool for Hobby Time is I bought those cards. I was telling Jake about it yesterday. Ninjan was pimping his cards. Might have been yesterday. And he's going to have them. He said he's going to have some to give out at Nova Open. Of course, we won't be there. But I ordered his full set of art cards. Jake, did you get the chance to watch that video?
No, I did not yet.
So what it is like he got the idea from somebody else, but he like improved upon it. This lady at some point made these cards with a bunch of colors that go together well. So like you could just pull out a card and go, okay, I'm gonna paint this model this color, and use that color palette. And it looks good together. Well, then he improved upon it. He has like a fantasy version and a 40K version, but on the back of the card, it also tells you which paints for different series. So like I have the war paints, and so I can look at the war paint on there, and it tells me which of the colors correlates with the color that is on the palette. So it's kind of cool, and it might be cool to try to do some painting with, if it's like one model in an army, like a Leagues of Votan model, or um, if it's going to be like, an entire army and try to do them in that color scheme. I think it would be pretty cool. And I said if they're the same, the fantasy ones and the 40K ones are the same, I'll just give Jake one of the sets. He gets to inherit it. But if they're different, then he's fucked. He'll just have to borrow it.
Or you take a picture and send it to me.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, whatever.
He's so
No, but I do think that's a pretty cool idea. I mean, like,
yeah.
it's used in any other space where you have like interior decorating or some kind of design or whatever. They all make up,
Exactly.
like a color palette thing for whatever projects they're working on. But yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I'm surprised they actually in our hobby didn't have something like that before.
Yeah.
Well, it's 100 cards, so
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like just to
bunch
just
of
have
different palettes.
a bunch of swatches with, a specific color scheme on them.
Yeah, it's got like 5 different colors. There's like the one he did had like a brown and an orange and like some kind of blue. I think maybe not a blue. There was like a blue gray or something. And he did a Leagues of OTN model with it. Looked really nice. So.
Cool.
I mean, obviously, Ninjon's a fucking phenomenal painter, Golden Demon level painter. But I mean, even if you're just using the colors to try to figure out a cool scheme, there'll be colors that are some combination on there. So
Gotcha. Very cool. Yeah, I like that. I'll have to catch that video here today sometime maybe.
It's not a very long one either. It's a good one.
Gotcha. All right. Moving right along, we have to talk about a couple things event-wise before we get to talking about our Nashcon stuff. So upcoming events that we have on the docket is number 1, our September RTT at our house games here in Monroe. So we have currently, I want to say we had, let me look at it. I think we had 17 signups.
Okay. I think you said we had 12 openings before the last time.
Yeah, I posted
that.
that.
That closed up.
Yeah, I posted that on Friday, and then Friday afternoon we had 17. So 5 more people signed up, Luke and Rick included.
Nice. Like to see Rick getting involved. Luke, I don't really care that much to see.
His dude.
Ethan's not going to be able to play in this one, unfortunately. It's his birthday, sadly, but he has a band concert. I was going to bring a cake and everything.
Band concert on his birthday?
Yeah, it's the Ida Festival. So
If you want to go, I mean, he can take the day off, come play Warhammer, right?
It's probably for a grade. I'm gonna try to get our games in and then hustle over there so I can maybe see him play. But yeah, I'll be at this one. I wasn't at the last one because work.
Yep.
But I'm confident I have this day off, so I'm excited about it. What else? Coming up?
Other than that, we have our OMG Open 2026 version.
Yeah, tickets are on sale.
Well, they're not yet. They will be up September 1st. Slow your roll, homie.
Let's make me look like a dumbass.
Well, I mean, if you like, I posted it 1,000 times yesterday that tickets will go on sale September 1st.
I assume
specifically at 10 a.m.
Because
I'm gonna be honest, I fully thought they were on sale already. I was like, yeah.
Because neither one of you guys read anything. Cool.
I don't ever read anything.
It's just in my head that I'm already going, so I don't like. I'm gonna get my ticket at Michigan GT though.
It's good. It's good that like one of us at least doesn't have a destruction brain.
Let's talk about real quick though. Michigan GT is coming up.
Oh, that
October,
too.
Right?
Yep.
That's going to be coming up before. We have to discuss our team tournament list. I know Luke was hoping to edge me out and take your team back this year, but no, I'm coming in. I don't have to get a fake beard. We're already prepared. We're
Yeah.
gonna get some tats. It's gonna
Oh
be
yeah,
sweet.
we do have to do that because that's going to be an easy thing.
But you could just draw a star on yourself somewhere. That's matching tattoos. Because I have a star.
Okay.
Or you can write Memento Verde, and I have Memento Mori, and we'll be fucking money.
We'll have a chat about that. But yes, Michigan GT is coming up October 2nd through the 5th.
Yep. I just talked to Rick at Hoplite yesterday. He's getting fired up about it. So
Very cool. Yep. So those are our upcoming events for sure. I don't know if there'll be another thing sprinkled in there or not, but we will also have if you guys can't make the September RTT, we are going to have one early to mid November also.
okay,
So
I need to know the dates for that because I'm also thinking Maui in November. So
the dates are dependent on your schedule, so that's what I'm waiting on.
all right, we can discuss that.
As
later.
as we know, everyone's life revolves around Josh's work schedule.
Yeah. I mean, I work
Or
a lot.
as much as possible, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It's
Doesn't
not
bother
always my
me.
fault.
I got less thinking for me. Just whenever Josh is ready, it's perfect.
We just run it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I think
So let's get
before we
into.
move on,
Yeah.
before we move on, I just want to tell everybody, I'll remind you guys to like, subscribe, and follow. I want you to follow here on Twitch and also on YouTube. I want you to subscribe on YouTube, and I want you to get into our Discord. On your Discord, you're going to find that we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have some Snapchat, I think. I don't fucking know. What else do we got? Twitch? No. What's the one with the T? TikTok. We got some TikTok.
Yeah,
We got it all.
TikTok.
Follow us on all that dog shit.
The D or something.
Is
Follow us on all
Josh?
that dog
Josh is the best hype man. We do all the shit. Get on it.
Come on, man.
shit.
Why aren't you subscribed already?
Right. Like, I mean, you've seen the show so far. You're obviously fucking interested. So let's
I'm
get
pumped,
subscribed.
Get to talk about Warhammer. Get to see
All
you
right.
guys.
All right. Let's get into this. Let's talk about Nashcon.
All right.
All right. Sounds good. All right. So Nashcon. Got the right correctly. All right. Yeah. Nashcon. We need to give our thoughts. Luke, what did you think of the tournament overall? Without being super specific, because we're going to get into your games and stuff. But
Was this your first Nashcon, Luke?
This was my first Nashcon.
Oh, so all of our first Nashcon. Okay, tell us what you think.
All right. Overall, I had a blast. Everybody kind of before was like the terrain was going to be a big deal, and when we showed up, I think I was like, this isn't bad. You know, this kind of looks like most GTs you get stuck at, and I think everybody kind of agreed the first day to simultaneously still move the terrain. Like, I think two of my opponents wanted to move the terrain. I was like, yeah, I don't care. Go for it, whatever you want. And then we ended up moving it. And then day two is when they were like, hey, guys, these four things are this and these are this. And that's what I was like, I wanted to listen to the TO, and I mentioned it. The one game, my fifth game against Fire Slayers, I was like, mention it. And he's like, oh, yeah, we can do that. I'm like, well, I mean, we have to. I don't, but it was whatever. You know, I liked it overall. I had a blast. Nashville was just fun overall being there. I got to hang out with Josh, you know, whole weekend. So that was pretty cool. Jake was all right, you know.
And Linda.
Oh, yeah, and Linda, my best friend. Yep.
That's what you forget sometimes is you make the bestest of friends at GTs.
Friends, yep.
Whether you want to or not. You're in now.
Got stuck there.
My Nashcon experience was a little different. I went there a couple days early. I drove down in my new car, test drove the new car driving down. That was fine. Then went out the first night. I had a rough rest of my night.
Yeah.
You had fun, dude.
Choices were made.
I drank a lot, and I paid for that. But that's okay because then night 2, you guys showed up. We went downtown a little bit, didn't do a lot, and then we started playing. I really find it interesting that they're so anal about their terrain. Also, I didn't really love that they didn't have. I like obscuring. I like what we do for obscuring. I think it's super simple. And so I was kind of like the obscuring train really was kind of a little bit disappointing for me. But otherwise, their stuff is nice. Like they have nice stuff.
Yeah.
And I think we came away with a few ideas just on like, okay, this entire row is this type, this entire row is this type. We could probably get more stuff done doing it that way. Are you struggling? Is the dog pooping in there again?
No.
I see you can't. Oh, okay, your eyes are
Eyes
watering.
like watering up, dude.
No, I don't know what's wrong with this one.
I'll tell you that they're the two guys that ran the tournament. I can't remember their names. They worked their ass off.
Dude, they were sweet.
Yeah, they were cool guys. I had a little incident with a model I lost, and they were like looking for it for me.
That would be Austin Fletcher and David Griffith.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Great guys.
It was funny because I was emailing David, but I was talking to Austin the whole time, and they they agreed that they would just like both pretend to be David over top of emails, and it was funny. I thought they were just cool overall.
Yeah, I like the guys a lot.
And like I said, they work their ass off because I know me and Jake have we've run our tournament once. These guys have done it a bunch. We had a bunch of help. People just running around doing stuff, and we still fucking ran our ass. So I know those two ran their ass.
It was impressive.
And that's a 100-man con, 105, something like that. 100.
Yeah, and what?
I don't know what it ended up being.
How many years have they done that? 6? Was it more?
No, I have no idea.
I know they like paused for COVID, but like everything got paused for COVID. So
yeah. Well, that was before we started going to tournaments. So I
think one of the things that we're constantly running into, back to the point about terrain and how the rules are now, is that everyone's had terrain prior to the big 4th edition rule change of terrain.
Yeah.
So they just have what they have, and it's like if we had all that terrain, we're not going to switch it up.
Yeah.
A lot, probably.
I mean, you're not wrong.
So we entered in during 4th, where we were like, oh, we're definitely cutting up neoprene and making footprints for all the obscuring pieces.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's where, like, I do like what we're doing with that. It makes it easy for the players, which is number one, very high on our list to do. Instead of having like situations like it, because even during one of my games, there was a big piece of terrain that, like, on the card, it said it was supposed to be obscuring, right?
Yeah.
Where that was placed. And it was like, hey, can I walk through this terrain piece? Because I wanted to get to the other side of it without walking around it. I said, so then you got to play that, like, with your opponent. Are we walking through this? Is it able? Can I do this or not? Because it's supposed to be forest, but it's like kind of a semi-building type big footprint thing. So he agreed that we could do it, so it was fine. But, I don't like having to play that because you don't think of that right off the rip.
Yeah.
And then doing it mid-game is like weird to ask of like a favor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but anyways, I had a great time too. The whole weekend was fun. Everything we did. I mean, we had a pretty cool Airbnb set up outside of the downtown area, but still kind of downtown.
Pretty
close.
What
was it, like a 5-10 minute drive or something like that? Whatever it was.
I think it was 10 or 15, but yeah, I mean, we Ubered every night, and it was not a big deal.
Yeah. But, my first time in Nashville ever. The downtown scene was very cool.
Yeah.
I will say this. I think going downtown, you'd be prepared to go to bars because 95% of the stuff down there is bars.
Yeah.
Well, it's just that we stuck to Broadway.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're going down there for that, you're not really going down there for anything else, really.
Yeah, I mean, there's restaurants.
You can't really it's like sightseeing is one thing, but like you want to go into the places to check them out, and then when you're in there, it's like, okay, guess we drinking or whatever. But that's fine because that's what you go down there for that, anyways. Yeah,
Every bar had 4 bands in it.
sure. But other than that, like the tournament ran real smooth. I don't think there was any like real hiccups that I noticed. I was trying to be observant on that kind of stuff, when we go to things now.
See any like conflicts,
Yeah, there was no arguments that I remember hearing about or seeing about or anything like. Because a lot of times afterwards, you'd be like, where we all just sit around and bullshit and stuff, and be like, dude, I can't believe this shit happened or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
There was none of that.
Yeah.
So that tells me like, they had it set up to where there wasn't going to be any conflicts
Like
to begin with.
one thing where it's like everybody's like, they're like something came up in the rules or something, and
Yeah.
it's always a big discussion because like they're terrible at writing rules, and none of it makes sense. But
Yeah. But I think those guys have been doing it long enough to where they know how to handle some things quickly.
Yeah.
Instead of, because like one example I had, we only had 6 pieces of terrain on our table on one of my games. So I said, how do we run this? Or how are we supposed to be doing this? Because we don't know which ones are obscuring or whatever. Because there's only 6 pieces, and then they're all kind of bigger pieces.
yeah,
So we called one guy over, and he's like, all right, these 2 pieces right here, these are places of power. Boom. And he like moved them and sat them in the middle. like, like 4 inches apart. And we were like, now he just made a quick decision. He stuck to it, walked away. And then we were like, he had Alariel. I think this was the Sylvaneth guy. And I had Usheron. I was like, maybe we go like this a little bit. And scooch them because like we wouldn't be able to fit in there if we wanted to.
Supposed to be like 6 inches away from each other or something.
Yeah. So like that was weird, but he had to assess the situation. He made a quick decision, and then that's what it was. So then that part was fine because I liked that. And we had to modify it a little bit, but yeah, it was fine. Yeah, overall ran very well. The prize is cool as fuck because who doesn't like swords?
And they had a lot of swords. It wasn't like what's the high ground or whatever we go to,
Where they give out what?
Brewski,
Cool weapon.
where they give out like a weapon. Like there was like fucking
Yeah, I
Every
think there
there
was.
was 10 weapons. At
There,
least.
yeah, I think there was 9 or 10 actual swords, and then they had some daggers. Also,
Yeah. And then they had a box of Hobgrot Slittas.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, but yeah, overall, thumbs up.
2
Worth
thumbs up.
worth checking out again for sure. I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think that might make our rotation. It might not make our every year rotation,
Yeah,
but it'll.
but
make
it's a good one if
every
it's like
other at least.
right, like if we're like, hey, we want to travel to one.
Yeah.
That would be in the
Mike's
pool
done it every year.
of things to do.
Every year, because I liked it a lot.
Yeah, you'll even like it more in like 3 years.
Yeah,
Oh,
in 3 years you'll be able to be like, this is the greatest tournament
This
of
is
all
the greatest
time.
tournament ever. Why did I? How come it wasn't this fun 2 years ago?
Oh shit. Well,
Josh, 2 days before. You guys are gonna get pictures of me on the floor.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, for sure. I'll just buy you drinks until you're dead.
let's.
I wouldn't even remember Nashcon that year.
I'll then take care of you. I won't let you die on the street.
Oh yeah, we'll get you home. You may die in the bathroom floor, but
No, I'm a nurse. I'm a nurse.
oh, that's true. He'll keep you alive.
So
Let's go over the list that we brought real quick,
okay.
and then we'll start.
2 lists we brought, you mean?
Yeah. So
You
if
brought one freaking try.
well, I brought 2. Well, whatever. It's like if nobody knows this, Nashcon is a 2-list format GT where you bring 2 separate lists. They have to be different than either a very minor change, like a regiment change or a artifact change, or it can be two completely different lists, but they both have to be from the same army. So, and then you got to use. I don't even know how they police that. They tell you have to use both lists at least once, but I don't know how you'd even really determine if somebody did that or not.
They didn't check it.
But we'll go over since I have it pulled up already. Luke, let's talk about your two lists.
All right.
What did you have in list one here?
All right. My list one was
Oh, by the way, titled. The title of Luke's list is Luke Edinger 1.
Yep. I had to make sure I know. Everybody's got funny names for their lists, and I always like total tryhard because I'm like Nashcon list 1, Nashcon list 2. It's always
So
like
now he named his list himself. That's
Yep.
cool. That's funny. All right, continue.
So
1940 points, huh?
Yep, 1940. The trick with Nihon I noticed before this was I went down by 50 points, and I spent points on Morbid and my 2 good artifacts. So I had like 110 points not in the list, and it was all towards artifacts and that. I started off I immediately threw in Soggy Kurdos because he's absolutely game-changing with Nihon. Just adding 5 to control score, giving off anti-hero, shutting off commands is absolutely amazing, especially when I have Ren 4 on something, And then the classic 40 Blade Geists and some Harridans. And then on this list, I'm not a huge fan of the Black Coach. I know everybody thinks it's great. And I was like, you know what? I'll try it. Threw in the Black Coach, and I was like, this thing is terrible. I don't know why everybody keeps saying it's good. It does one good turn in combat, dies, it does cool stuff of like adding 3 rally points, so you can guarantee at least 3 extra dudes, because it's not add rally dice, it's add points. And then becoming a wizard was also helpful, but it's not my favorite list. I'm not a huge fan of the Black Coach, but it did all right.
Like it.
Yeah, it did all right when I needed to. Like, giving it Crypt Mortals and then charging the Leviathan, I should have probably killed it, but he had some cool moves with the Manifestation dropping down. I charged, I got a pile in, but I was just outside of the Leviathan, so I ended up smoking some Thralls. And then my list 2 was the classic Luke list of the Cruciator and a ton of other dudes. So this one is also called Luke Edinger. Slight difference in the name. Instead of 1, it says 2. So creative. This one was 1950. Again, that same reoccurring thing when I make list of saving 110 or whatever points for my extra command point turn 1 and my artifacts. So this one was, for my General's Regiment, it was Kurdos. Again, 40 Blade Guys, and then 2 units of 10 Dread Scythe Harridans, because I love my Harridans. And then I had a Guardian of Souls, Cruel Gas Crusader, Reignor, and some Craven Throne Guard. Now, with that list, it was pretty sweet, because I was able to get the Guardian of Souls in combat to activate both his add 1 to wound rolls within 12, and the add 1 to attack. So now my Blade Guys were 80 attacks, 2s and 2s, Ren 2 consistently, and then just murdering Gargants, murdering everything. But those were my 2 lists. They did really well. The only game I lost was with the Black Coach, and as much as I want to blame it on the Black Coach, it was 100% my fault. But
nice. As one says, every time they put something in jeopardy and it dies. I don't know, man. I think it sucked.
I misread rules.
Like I said.
Yeah.
Good players love
once we get to the game, you'll see what I did wrong.
All right. Josh, why don't we run down your list here?
All right. So since we're talking titles, the title of my first list is "I'll Play This Trash Till Chaos Dwarves Emerge." 1960 points. I played Slow Blight, Back in Old Blood, 3 drops, Lore of Undeath, Manifestations of the Grave. And then my tactics were Intercept and Recover and Relentless Energy. So my list did not change very much. There was only one tweak between my lists. This list had Bordry as the general, and then Vargeist reinforced, and then Vampire and Nightmare Steed with the Lash of the Shire and the Terminus Clock. And he brought a reinforced unit of Blood Knights. And then my last regiment was Scourge of Gyran Sakar with 3 units of Sturgian True Blades. And then I bring one Cursed Scepter. The reason I bring one is because I can cast through it, and I don't want to give you shit to charge. So uh, honestly, I don't even know if I need it in this list. I'm not bringing models back because I'm all vampires. So I brought it because I could. So list two because playing that trash shall cast or show up can only be worsened by playing additional trash. Also 1940, and the only difference in this one is in Vordry's regiment I brought Vordry, and then I didn't bring the reinforced unit of Vargeist. I brought two separate units of Vargeist. So the reason I did that is if people were playing Intercept. And that's what it's called, right? Yeah, intercept and recover. Then I would give those. Then I would play this list, and I would give those 2 units of our guys the treasures, and then they would just never touch them.
Yep.
So it's basically point denial. I'll be honest. I honestly played this list I think 3 times, and then I played my main list only twice. But I feel like the reinforced Vargeist are the superior choice outside of if somebody has the intercept. Yeah. So
that's good. I never even thought about that. Was like building a list to counter intercept because it shows up a lot.
Yeah, it does.
Well, I mean, it wasn't necessarily to counter intercept. It's just that that's the only other list I had.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have brought a different item or something, but
no, I might be because in the new Nighthawk book I'm running some Dreadblades, and that's smart. Put the treasures on the Dreadblades because they shouldn't be in combat unless I really need them in combat. So
well, it's like, and also that type of scenario where like you're trying to hide the little units or whatever. Mm-hmm. If those units are dead, you've already lost the game.
Yeah.
Like if you're tabled and all you had left was your 2 little treasure dudes. It doesn't matter at that point. So,
because like I always heroes, and like by the time you get to the Nighthaunt heroes, I'm like, oh yeah, we're at the end game where I'm either struggling to get the win right now or I've already lost. So, because if you kill all the Nighthaunt stuff, you probably won the game.
I mean, I got down to like 1 True Blade unit and a unit of the reinforced unit of our guys in one game, and I ended up winning the game. And I think I went to lunch and I said I had no business winning that game.
Oh, yeah. I think you said you stole it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so I mean, you play to your last model, but I mean, chipping the chairs. What?
Sure.
But yeah, a lot of times if they're split and that's all you have left, and they're just hiding. That's game.
Yeah. Sure. All right, I'll run down my 2 lists. Similar to Josh's scenario where I've made a minor change. But my list, I was getting a little cocky. I didn't really know what to name it, and I wanted it to show up on the top of all my lists in my app. So I named it 5-0 at Nashcon, list 1.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was fresh off my 5-0 Pittsburgh, so I was like, fuck this. 5-0 Nashcon.
Your head is so huge, dude.
Well, to be fair, like the list used to be called 5-0 at Grimnar's Revenge, so I just changed the name slightly. Yeah. Nice. But anyways, yeah, we're in Flesh Eater Courts and the Lords of the Manor. This first list was 4 drops, just so I could get the reroll on the priority if I could. If I was like in jeopardy of getting double turned or something. Lore of the Madness was the spells, prayers, rites of delusion, and manifested insanity because it's the only choice infect to take.
I hate that stupid.
I did run Intercept and Relentless on both of these lists, similar to what Josh just did. My first regiment was Usharan, obviously as a general, a Haunter Courtier, and a reinforced unit of Horrors. Regiment 2 was just the Cardinal. Regiment 3 was a Vargulf Courtier with Stronger and Madness, and 2 reinforced units of Morbid Knights. And then my last drop was the Marrow Scroll Herald with Charnel Vestments to make him a priest. Pretty straightforward elite knight build with Usharan's shenanigans. And running Feck in this manner, I never really felt like there was anything in jeopardy of being removed from the table in a permanent manner.
Yeah.
Because as everybody has felt the what the fuck just happened to me thing when you play against Feck and all the heroes have 6 noble deeds and they bring all the models back on the table that just previously died.
You a total of 40 damage to each unit, and all of a sudden they're all back.
Yeah, it was a little bit oppressive, and it like I always like could see my opponent's face go, "Fuck, why are we even playing this game?"
Yeah, just like
that kind of thing. Yeah. It's like similar to Josh's face right now because he's remembering all the times this has happened to him.
Yeah,
it's like I don't know what the fuck is happening with this.
I
shit.
can't really complain about it because I do the same shit. I'm like, oh, I'm down to 1 blade, guys. Oh, they're all back. Woo.
Yeah, if you have good recursion, it's so hard to
not use it
to play against. Well, I mean, for your opponent, it's like,
oh yeah,
look, I gotta go in and kill this thing because if I don't kill this thing, it's just gonna repopulate, and then I don't know, like 9 times out of 10, somebody doesn't kill the whole thing, right?
Yep. And then it's like all games ruined because now that important unit that they threw to go do that
is
right
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. List 2, same as the first 5-0 at Nashcon list 2. These were both at 2,000 points. And the only change I made in this list is exactly the same, except I took the Marrow Scroll Herald and put him in the regiment with the Cardinal to be a 3-drop. Because this is the least amount. Well, I tried to get like a 2-drop list out of this, but with the heroes, I just couldn't do it. Mm-hmm. So those are my 2 lists. Let's have. I guess I gotta look it up first. Let's have Josh pull up your games, and we'll go through those games.
I'll go last. So
well, let me do this real quick.
Up all the time.
It's worth mentioning the guys that performed real well. Why doesn't it give their things now?
What are you talking about? You're gonna talk about who plays where?
Yeah. Well, placings. Okay, I guess I can kind of get it with this. So, the placings were Kevin Lathers, running Fire Slayers. He took overall champion from the Georgia Warband. He was running a bunch of Magma Draws, if I remember correctly.
Dude, oh my gosh.
Yeah, those things are nasty.
They fuck shit up.
Mackenzie Ewing, also from the Georgia Warband, he was running the Soulblight Gravelords. He was running the Army of Renown with 40 Blood Knights.
And his other one was a Monster Mash.
Oh, yeah. And then we had Calvin Rary, or however you say his last name.
I've met him a couple times. I've never.
Also from Georgia Warband. See this thing? They show up well to this tournament, I guess.
I guess so.
Running Blades of Corn, and all 3 of those guys were the 5-0s. Notable mention: 4 1s or better. Michael Roush, apparently bottom table bullies this weekend. Mercenary for hire, I guess.
Yeah.
But he was running.
They got Jake.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, We'll talk about that. He was running Blades of Corn. He did have two lists. He had the Hero Hammer list and then a Bloodthirster list. Victor Stravinsky, 4-1
Whoa.
with...
Did you skip Clay and Walter Brock?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. You went from.
I look at the
clear-
stream. I'm running down the fucking list.
What are you?
Fact check.
Yeah, like your list is completely different than my list.
Yeah, hold up.
I went to placings.
Placing.
Oh wait, it's high. Hold on, there we go. It said high overall placings. Okay, maybe this is
Clay.
different.
Yeah, you
All right,
yeah.
sorry, Clay. Sorry, Clay. I had the toggles. I had the toggle switch on. I'm good now.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm like, what the fuck?
God damn,
Okay.
so professional, dude.
Well, that's what you get sometimes.
Like you just skip all of our bros.
This is a live stream. This isn't a fucking thing. Okay. Anyways, Clay, our boy Clay got a 4-1. Yay, Clay.
Was he running
He
Deathmaster?
from Actual Trash Wargaming, and he was running Skaven. Wow. I know one of his lists was the Deathmaster hero spam bullshit. It doesn't matter what his other list is because that seemed to be the theme of the weekend was Hero Hammer.
Hero Hammer. Every fucking table on the last round.
Yeah.
You
all
know
the
the
top
difference
tables.
between his other list? It was where the Deathmaster.
Oh, okay. So he just ran full two
Yeah.
lists of okay.
It's a good list. I mean, if you want to win games, it's how you do it.
I have my thoughts about this. We'll do in the recap.
Yeah.
Walter Brock, our big boy from down south, running under the dojo club name. Played Flesh Eater Court, so I was kind of sad a little bit in my heart that I was going to have to compete with him for best effect.
Compete, dude. We're not even on the same level.
I mean,
we're nowhere
hey,
near.
look. I also had a chance of being 4-1.
Oh, yeah.
We'll
Well,
talk
you got
about it.
Michaeled, so I was like unfair.
And I got Michaeled, yeah, so that was it's crazy. But he had two lists, one of which was the Feck version of Hero Hammer to counter Hero Hammer lists.
Yeah.
So
they're like assassins almost. They do
so
better.
he brought a bunch of the Ghoul Kings on foot because they're better at fighting heroes, into like a duel type scenario. So he did well. He lost his last game, so finished in 6th. And then we had how many 4-1s do we got?
A lot.
Shit.
Like
There's
90.
a lot. All right. We'll just mention them real fast. Travis Erickson running the Skaven. I'm sure it was Hero Hammer. Mike Maccabee running Slanesh, which was the Slanesh thing was I was like, wow, Slanesh, okay.
Yeah.
Xavier Green, Daughters of Cain. We know. So he had a couple minors, a minor loss and a minor win. That's interesting.
He got paired into the freaking Gore Chosen, so
Okay. Yeah.
everybody's gonna lose to that if it's played right. But I don't know. I can't remember his minor one. I'm pretty sure it was against a good guy. Like the guy was a good player, so it was like a tight game. But he always he does well.
Then we had Landon, Snake Eyes Society running nothing, apparently. Victor Stefanski, very cool dudes. First time I met him. Good buddy to all of us online anyways. I've seen his name around a ton. Bottom Table Bullies.
I've seen him at Adepticon a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen him around. I don't think we've talked to him there, though.
He ran his Sons of Behemoth, which were converted 40K models.
He ran
Titanicus.
A 40K army.
They're
I mean, they were very cool looking.
And
He
dude,
ran a fucking 40K army.
I think he uses the bits of a frigate and the Titanicus, Warlord Titan, and 2 others, and then he uses Armiger legs for the arms. It's a pretty
40K army.
sweet version.
Yeah,
but
it's 40K.
I like
It's
it.
cool.
I
It's
like
cool for 40K.
it. Josh
You
is
wanna
so
play 40K?
That's whatever.
I mean, if you looked at it, you'd say it was 40K. That's the
Yeah.
I
point.
mean, it looked cool. Yeah, I mean, I love knights in 40K. I used to own all the knights in 40K.
Yeah.
And they look cool.
It absolutely,
40K.
absolutely baffled me when they were like, Victor, best destruction. I'm like, destruction? He's playing KO, dude. Because
If he played KO, I would have been like, okay, those are your fucking boats. They're robots, whatever. That's cool.
more 40K. Either way, it's 40K.
Yeah.
I mean,
then,
I'm just fucking around anyways.
no, I
And
got you.
then we go to 13, right, Chris?
Yeah,
Christopher
13th is Christopher Colley.
Just gonna skip me. All right, let's
Yeah, no. In 12th was Luke playing his Night Hunt. As we just went over the list, just a bunch of murder dudes. Then Chris Colley ran KO, which it seems to me everyone's like had this big like problem with KO since the new book came out. So you'd think you'd see more of them.
New book got leaked. People read it, was like, this is absolutely terrible compared to what it was. Points got dropped, and everything was super cheap. And there were so many ways to shut off wards and do all kinds of damage from a far away and single out a target when you need to. And they're fast. They can get anywhere. They're just really good in the season right now. And I'm pretty sure they're going to stay good for a while unless...
There may be some point adjustments. I don't know. I was watching on Rob's last show. They were doing really well in a lot of tournaments.
They're everywhere right now. Yeah.
I think there'll be a decent amount of updates in September when we get the next battle scroll.
Yeah,
which will change some stuff.
Points for KO is definitely gonna go up because if you look at all the lists, it looks like there's you look at an old KO list at the start of 4th, and you're like, okay, why do they have 6 more units now in their entire list?
Yeah.
You know.
Then we had Christopher Kirshner from Actual Trash running the Stormcast in 14th. Hugh Vaught, the 5th, running Skaven.
That's badass.
Yeah, I played against him.
Did you? Did he run the Hero Hammer one?
No.
No?
I played him in round 3. We'll talk about it.
Yep.
It was Rat Ogres, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, he played Rat Ogres.
Okay.
He was I think he won Best Sportsman or something. Or
okay.
Best Opponent or something. He's a great guy. Like, literally a great guy. But keep going. Dustin Foreman.
Dustin Foreman, our buddy. Glad to see him out there. It was nice to see him and Hunter there.
It was not nice to see Zinch.
Well, yeah. I mean, he plays Zinch, so like he's already like a 2nd-tier citizen in my book. But
I think I played him at Adepticon, and we had a really fun game.
Dude, he's a blast to play with.
Yeah.
I got him at your guys' GT, and I should not have won. I don't think I didn't roll a single. I didn't roll anything but a 6 on our game, and he was just like, and he kept miscasting and stuff. I'm like, I don't know why I'm winning right now. I was playing Stonehorns. You should crush me, dude.
Sometimes games would be like that.
Yeah.
And then Andy Hessick running Cruel Boys, which Cruel Boys is pretty cool.
Yep.
I wish they weren't Destruction because I'd play them, but fuck Destruction.
Cruel Boys. I might be. I've been building some lists, dude. I might be running them. I like them. But
yeah,
Wars
is gay.
A super tanky army.
Sorry, gay in a totally fun way.
Yeah.
Then we had Rick Rapogel, whatever.
Maybe, yeah.
Running Night Hunt, same thing as Luke. And then Dylan.
Always trying to copy me.
Fior. Is it Fior?
No, he's running late.
Seraphon. We didn't see a lot of Seraphon, which was kind of nuts, actually.
Did I play against the Seraphon player? I did. I played against the Seraphon player. Yeah.
And then rounding out the one loss.
4-1-1s. Or
3-1-1s. Myself and our buddy Brad College. Brad, super fun dude.
Brad is sweet.
Yeah.
Dude, you should have seen my face lit up when I walked over to my first table and I saw Brad to my left. I'm like, oh, dude, Brad's here. Oh, man. And then Michael was playing. I'm like, oh, Michael.
Yeah.
Next to me, really. But Brad was a blast. Love hearing Brad walk at least 4 times a game.
Brad Wong is crazy.
I love it.
It's pretty wild.
All right, Josh, why don't you run us down your games real quick and see how you fared out.
Josh,
All right.
where did you end up? What was it? 48?
48,
something like that. 48, top half. I started real rough. Game 1, I played against Fletcher. I think his last name's Keel. It's Fletcher K is what I wrote.
Yep.
He was playing cities. I hadn't gotten any experience in cities, and my thoughts were stay out of range of the cannons. And I just, afterwards, I kind of talked to you about it, and it was like I should have probably just put everything into them. Yeah, I mean it was a fairly close game early, and then I just he eventually whittled me down. He ended up winning 70-40. So not much I can say about it. He was a really fun opponent. His army looked really nice, and it was my first time seeing the Soggy Pontifex. And like I said, I just bought I bought another cannon and a bunch of city stuff because why not? Why not mess around with it until it gets nerfed?
Soggy Pontifex is wild.
It is, dude. Oh my.
Pretty good.
It's guaranteed all the time, every time, and they need to do the thing. It's like
board ride. Yeah.
You're like, wow, I'm in there. I'm back here now.
Game 2, played against Garrett. It was his first tournament. It was his first Nashcon, and it was only, I believe, his 6th game all time. So it was a kind of a learning game for him. He was playing Magakin of Nurgle. I got Magakin twice this GT. He was playing a version that I've never seen before with all the characters. So he had a Great Unclean one. He had the name Great Unclean one. He had the Glotkin. He had the two dudes riding the things. And
all the big demons?
Like all of it.
Nice.
And he's like, well, I'm pushing these around. He ended up winning round 3, and he was psyched because, it was tough, actually. I won 65-50. I did a lot of teaching during that game, and we went over a lot of stuff, and he gave me the thumbs up for, being
such a cool dude.
Well, no, just helping him out and not being like an asshole. But I mean, it's like, so I ended up getting that win. I ended up peeling most of his stuff off the board, and then he just didn't have enough stuff to cover objectives and stuff. Round 3, I played against Hugh, which I told you earlier. He ended up in 15th place, and I think he was best opponent. We had a tight game going in early also, but then I just ran out of steam. I just don't have my list didn't have, it has a lot of tools, and it didn't have enough punch. And so I'm taking away a couple tools, like I said, in the next, at least RTT. And then I'm going to add a little bit more punch. We're going to see what we can do. But he was running Skaven. He was running a bunch of Rat Ogres. Yeah, I don't know. He had the Bell.
Bell's crazy good.
The Bell was okay. A bunch of Rat Ogres. He had the big new Abomination thing. And he just had a lot of guns. And I mean, he tied up my unit of knights right in the middle of the board with his clan rats on turn 1. I couldn't get him off. And then he was the guy that I played where I had to roll 21 dice on saves in the middle on 3-ups with my knights, and I lost 7 knights.
Jesus.
I didn't make 1 3-up on 21 dice.
Oh, man.
And that was pretty much the end of the game.
That's bad.
Yeah. So I still feel like I feel like I had a shot at that game if I could have rolled any dice. But he got me 58-38. It it was a tight game, and I was glad to see he ended up going 4-1. 4-1. It was his first 4-1 in a GT. So I was excited for him. In game four, I played against Jeff E. I can't see his name on my thing. Um, he was playing Seraphon. He was bringing two big units of those Lizard Cavalry and then Carnosaur. I think he had a Slan and a little Foot Bro. And then he snuck in that unit of what are those little dudes?
Oh, the blowpipe
Punchy.
chameleon.
Yeah, those guys.
Oh, chameleon skinks or whatever.
I'm
Punchy.
freezing up. It looks like on my screen. Hopefully, I'm not.
You're good.
You're good
okay.
on. You're good on that.
So, anyways, that was a super tight game. I ended up getting 62-61. That was the game where I was down to like one unit of my reinforced unit of bros. I had one unit of True Blades, and I can't. That might have been all I had. No, I think I had Sakar also. And so my true he made one mistake and used all his command points. And that left me and he walked off of his objective. And if he would have kept a command point, he could have redeployed back onto the objective and won the game because I teleported away with the Vargeist, and that teleport ended up giving me the most objectives and won me the game. So it was super tight, super close. He killed my Vordry. I killed his Carnosaur. I mean, it was pretty bloody, but in the end, I snuck it out. And
Nice.
so, yeah, I remember after like a couple people had come by, and I feel like they were like, "Oh shit, well, Josh's gonna lose this one," because I felt like that. I was like, "Well, I don't know how." And then when we went to lunch, I was like, "Yeah, I got that win. I don't know how." So, but he was a super fun opponent. And then in round 5, I played John, another Maggot Kid and Nurgle player. I think he just was a little bit burnt out coming into round 5. He hadn't been doing real well. I mean, neither did I. Obviously, I think we must have both been 2-2 at that point. But Nurgle's just in such a bad place. And I mean, in this particular game, I was able to get enough damage in to just, eventually he had 2 big units of Plague Bearers. He had one Papa Nurgle, and then some of the characters, and he had some of the demon flies, and he just didn't have enough speed to really maneuver around the board, and I was able to just kind of go where I needed, take the objectives I needed, and ended up winning that one 80-56. So I scored max. But he was a good opponent. He was down from Alabama, he said, so he probably won't be able to make it up to any of our events, but hopefully I'll get to see and play him again. He was a super great guy. He just was a little down on his luck, I feel like. His dice weren't rolling real well either. So ended up being 3-2 at Nashcon. I feel like I had a 3-2 list. I didn't think that... I think I went a little heavy on the True Blades, like I said. I think I'm going to back off on the True Blades and try to... first I'm going to try the Regiment of Renown. If I don't like it, then maybe we'll do something else. But that's where we're at right now. So
Cool. I'm glad that you got a positive win rate. I think your army is 3-2 worthy. It's got a lot of tech in it to snag games like you did on that one game with just the teleport at the
Definitely
end.
Unfortunate against those rat ogres when you lost all your blood knights.
yeah, when you lose one turn,
Sure, and that would have been a totally different scenario if you lost like 1 horse versus 7.
Yeah.
Well, or if I would have killed all his clan rats on turn 1 and then could have
Then moved.
continued on and smashed into his some of his stuff with a full unit of
Sure.
knights. Yeah, I mean there was just a lot of things. I don't know. I mean it was it's dice rolls, but it was a good game, and I would play him anytime.
All right. Well, since I guess we have, we'll do this. Do it this way. I was gonna go last, but I'll go next just because Luke outplaced both of us. So it's fitting that he ends the show on his.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It means so much to me.
Yeah. Yeah, small clap for Luke.
Josh is like, all right, get this dude off the street.
It means so much for me. I would like to thank the little people that helped me along the way.
Let me join their Airbnb like a week late.
Yeah. All right. So my games, I ended up finishing in 3 wins, 1 tie, and 1 loss. First game was against Sam Anderson. The initial thought on my first game was, we get the pairings and stuff. I grab my stuff and I'm walking to my table, and I was like, "Ooh, there's a little kid on the other side of this table. Don't be my table. Don't be my table," because I don't want to like beat up on a little kid at a tournament and whatever. And it was. I don't know how.
Playing against me, dude.
Well, no, but like you're not an actual kid. This kid, I swear to you, this kid was 14, maybe 15.
Oh, yeah.
Or younger. He looked younger than that, actually. He looked 12.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone said he was 16. And I was like,
okay.
no.
Yeah, he looked really young. So I kind of thought, like, well, it's one of those things where he just came because his dad came, and he wants to play because he likes playing. So it was his first ever GT. He's a local native to the Nashville area. Him and his dad play at a store all the time. So they must have got talked into, coming to this event at least or whatever. I did get a chance to talk to him and his dad later on in the weekend. Super nice, both of them. And I think Sam ended up going 3-2 in his first ever GT and 100-plus man GT. So, like,
nice.
Congratulations, Sam, for performing real well.
What a beast.
And it's surprising to me, too, because he ran kind of a simple Skaven list, which was a bunch of Storm Fiends and Thankful. I don't know what his other list was. I think he had an alternate other list that ran some of the smaller boys, but against me he ran all, like, probably 12, 18 Storm Fiends and Thankful.
Right. His other list was like Visit Scour and Gracier on Bell. And
yeah. Oh, he also ran a Bell against me too, but it was like, it was a lot of cool tech that Skaven could do and a lot of wound density elite units. And he played his rules fine, so like it wasn't one of those games where it was like, I'm gonna have to help this kid out, He did try to bring back some units that weren't fully dead yet, which I had to correct him on. But I think he was just getting excited because it was like playing against my guys, were as everyone always does. Like, I bring all my stuff back, and then they go, "Ooh, okay, got a game plan for this now." So he was trying to bring his Storm Fiends back to life through some knotholes. But I went, Sam, you got one guy left in this unit over here still. He's still alive, so you can't do that. And you got this unit over here, still got a guy alive in that unit. Like, I tried to kill him off, but I left one dude alive in the 6-man units, so he couldn't bring the 3 back at half strength, wherever. Mm-hmm. So, I think that was like round 3 he tried to do that, and that was the turn he needed to do that in, because after that it was like all over but the crying. I just had too many points on him. But yeah, fun. It was a fun game. I'd like to see him play some more tournaments. Invited him up to ours if they ever get around to like traveling for some tournaments. So very cool. Second game was probably my most sweaty game that I played all weekend. It was versus Ben Peck, and that was the Sylvaneth guy. So he ran the Alarial with Drycha and Durthu and some tree revenants or whatever, the little guys that teleport, and also
Tree rest.
a unit of the little Gossamed archers that shoot and then move. That was Sylvanus has always been kind of a problem for me personally because either my brain can't comprehend all their movement shenanigans, or it's just different than what you normally would play against.
They're always different every
Yeah.
time something changes. The
So
list
it's
is
like,
completely
fuck.
different every time, so you can never expect like what to come across.
And the crazy part about it is like not so much that they are able to do that, like moving through the trees and stuff, but literally, Durthu hits like a fucking semi truck.
Oh yeah,
And I was like, I can take, because all the time I play, it's like, I can take a hit, and then I'll just bring my guys back and punch you back.
not with Durthu.
He one-shot the horrors off the table, like, through a 5-up ward, which was like, what the fuck? I actually don't think I even made any ward saves, to be honest, when he did that, but when he go to punch him back, he was standing inside of his tree, so he had cover. So it was like, cool, I hit on 5s now? That's fantastic. So it's like, I couldn't kill him. He's going to kill me every time he touches me, so I like had to shift gears and like go hunt down Alarial first. So, anyways, I at one point I was like, I lost this game already, like maybe round 2 or something. But it came down to turn 5. I ended up having a unit of Morbeg Knights like auto run and fly over on my turn and grab one of his home objectives, whatever that he had walked away from, which put me up by enough points to win the game if he didn't take that point back from me. So I positioned in such a way and redeployed during his turn. We talked it out. It was like literally there was nothing else on the table that was going to happen that was going to affect scoring other than him taking the objective back. He had a 9-inch charge with a tree lord or something that he teleported through a tree. And then he had a 10-inch charge with a Larial over the top of a building.
That's crazy.
He failed the 9-inch charge with the one guy on a reroll because that was the shorter charge, so he wanted to try to get that. So he failed the reroll. And I was like, all right, man, if you don't get a 10 on Alarial, I win. If you get a 10, we tie. Fucking rolls a 10. I was like, well, can't do nothing about that.
Yep.
Crazy. I think there might have been a world where, had I been big-brained enough, I might have been able to position one of the Morbegs to where Alarial couldn't land in the spot that she did, and still been 9 away from his Tree Lord. Maybe. I didn't really
You can
look
never
at
see something like that coming up. You know.
Yeah.
Can't.
I was just trying to get far enough away so his
Yeah.
charges were larger, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he made it anyway, so that was pretty crazy. But yeah, anyways, so like literally that game, I was pouring sweat, just pouring. We played such a tight, like back and forth game. It was like, oh Jesus! And then it came down to that.
Table, off your nose.
I might have been. I don't know. It was bad. So we tied there, and then since it tied, that made me draw the other tie that happened, and that was Brad College. So right after having a super sweaty game, I go in to play Brad. And I'm going, oh, he's intense, like, you know, just as a human.
Yeah.
So I
You
got to play.
Prepare yourself.
Yeah, I got to play Brad and his Iron Jaws. He literally comes to the table and was like, "Hell yeah, dude! Let's do. Want to do a float?" Because he's the guy that brought the bar inside Nashcon. Yeah. So he was making people drinks the whole weekend long, and I was like, "Dude, I need something to drink. Go make me something," because like it just came off that crazy game. and I needed like a cool down period. So he made me drink, and I told him, I said, Brad, I am not playing you in a sweaty game because I just literally and we went all the way to time. Like, so I had 0 minutes to like get from one game to the next game because I started that third round up like immediately.
It was real fast.
Yeah.
Real fast.
So but I think it was because like 90% of people were finished in like an hour or two.
Sure. Yeah. Well, probably. But anyways, yeah. So I told Brad, I was like, man, we ain't playing this sweaty ass game because I can't do a second one in a row. And he's like, dude, you pick my list then. I don't care. Just pick it. I'll make drinks. You pick my list. We'll play a fun game. And it was on the map where there was only 2 objectives straight across from each other. Oh, I forget the name of that one.
Roiling Roots. Hate that one.
So you scored points by grabbing like terrain features and stuff. And there was only 2 actual objectives.
Yeah.
So, like, I honestly think Brad being Brad, he just is there for a fucking good time, and he didn't give a shit how the game went.
Yeah.
So, I picked the harder list out of his 2 lists to play against to give him what I thought was to give him a fighting chance.
Yeah.
Because the one list was just full of fucking brutes. Like 3 reinforced brutes, 2 reinforced brute ragers.
I love that list.
And a shaman and a couple war chanters or something. So it was basically like just fucking chug forward and beat stuff up. So I was like, oh, whatever, let's do that. Because I didn't want to face... Well, the other list he said was Kragnos and 18 brute ragers. I was like, cool. Oh, yeah, 2 Maw Crushers. So I was like, cool, you're going to run everything forward turn 1 and just fucking crash into me. And it'll be shitty. So I didn't want to play against that coming right out. I was like, at least give me 1 round where you're just walking forward and then we don't have to fucking actually play.
Yeah, so you can sip on your drink, you know?
Yeah.
You
literally was like that. So he did, but he still moved everything straight forward. He did get stuff into me turn 1, but not all of it. Mm-hmm. I think he killed 1 unit of Morbegs, which then I in turn just brought back the next turn on the opposite side of the board and ran up and took his objective away from him. But I don't think he gives a shit. Like, I think he just was like, I'm going to push my stuff forward, roll my dice, and whatever happens, happens. You know? So I ended up getting a win from Brad on that. Love playing the guy, and he's super cool. Like, super nice, super cool. Obviously is not just because of the drinks, but you know, just him being like he's like at like I'm trying to put this on the Fred Schmidt level of energy. Oh, he's not quite Fred.
Oh no, he's way more than Fred. What are you talking about?
No, Fred's too much. Fred's like 11, but Brad is solid 9 out of 10 energy. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is the first time I played him. I've been at a couple events where he was at, but I'm glad to finally get to play him. And we had a great time. So he also, side note, would like to get a Team OMG jersey at some point when we order some more. So I'll have to get a hold of him somehow.
Yeah.
So ended up the first day 2-0-1, feeling good about going into day 2. Day 2, I drew Ryan Byrne, also known as Bread. And that was a little intimidating for me too, because like I knew his name and I knew of him, and I was like, oh shit, he's really good at Skaven. Like that's his jam, right? So I was like, okay, cool. How do we deal with Skaven? I drew Skaven in the first round, but I played a little kid, so it wasn't, one of those games where it was like a sweaty game or nothing. Ryan, super cool dude. I loved playing him. I think he made a couple of little mistakes. I know one round he forgot to put a null hole out, like one of the earlier rounds. So he realized that like as we're going into the next round, he was like, "Oh shit, didn't put a null hole out," and it would have changed some things, yeah, because he would have been able to teleport a unit through or whatever. But that's not what lost him the game.
Oh, okay.
What lost him the game was the turn where I got all my stuff into him, Usharan and all the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He literally failed almost every roll for an entire turn.
Oh, man. You
So-
hate to hear it happen.
Oh, it was like, and he would like. I'm always the kind of guy that's like joking around and trying to be like,
Have
giving
fun,
people
you
a
know?
good game and have fun. And it's like sometimes when you play a guy and the luck is just ran out for them for whatever reason, it's like you feel bad. You try to muck it up so it's like still have a fun game.
Yeah.
But I could tell, like in his face, he was like, "Man, fuck this game."
Because it's not in your control at that point.
Yeah.
You know?
So
Yeah,
the
that's
the
how it was
one
in my last run.
the one thing that happened in the game, which was kind of game changing, in a sense, I had a unit of Morbegs that had to go hunt down his like Rattling guns. They were way off to the side of the table. They killed them. On my next offensive turn, I brought them across, got him in behind his shit to shut off his all his other shooting stuff. Just stick him in there, you know what I mean? So I didn't get shot to death.
Mm-hmm.
He proceeded to kill all of the Morbegs except one guy on his turn. Through my turn, that one guy was still in combat with 2 or 3 units, just to gum up the shooting. He had 1 health left at the start of his turn. At the end of his turn, he had 1 health left still. All the attacks and everything, complete flubs against the one Morbeg with 1 life left.
Damn.
Yeah, that's rough.
And so, on my next turn, I got a dude with 6 deed points standing right behind all that stuff. So I was like, well, those dudes are coming back.
Rub it in, Jake. You just
Well, it's like, yeah, but that
turn of his entire life. You're like, oh, none of it was. They're all back now.
yeah, it was horrible. I mean, like retreat, put 3 back in there, 4 up for a fourth one, charge them back in, blow up all this shit.
Yeah.
So like I never had to get to fight the bell because everything else was just basically dead. Mm-hmm. And he was castled, so he never actually moved forward to take objectives either, which was actually the reason why I was in a position to win that later game anyways, because I was scoring 10s for primaries every time. And he never moved out far enough to be able to take objectives back from me. He was just hoping. I think that the hope there was like clan rat wall, shoot with everything, kill my opponent, then walk forward. And then win late game. Mm-hmm. But I had him pinned back, and he couldn't. He had that real shitty turn, and he just couldn't do nothing about it. So, but like that dude, he's going to Nova because that's where he lives at. He was asking me if I was going to come out there. Yeah. But anyways, that was game 4. So going into the final round, 3 wins and 1 tie. Felt real good about my chances of getting best feck at least, or best death even.
The incident.
And then I got roushed.
Michael perfectly went through his entire game schedule to tie up with Jake.
Which was funny because, like, at the final tables, there was only 2 people with ties. And it was me and Mike. So we had to, it was like inevitable that we were going to get paired together.
You ready to play, Jake? And Jake was like fighting for his life to find a way to avoid this. You're like, no, there's no. And you're like, the only guys with ties. It's me and you, Jake.
You know what? I don't even care though because I play Roush all the time. So.
Yeah, it was funny. You guys had fun though, right?
Yeah, of course. Playing Mike's always a good time. We had literally, I had no way of winning that game because he did run the Gore Chosen list against me because it was final table.
Good, because Michael hates playing the Gore Chosen list.
Well, he knows that it's cracked as all hell. And yeah, sure, he's like, yeah, it needs to be banned or it needs to be rules FAQ'd or whatever it needs.
Be fixed.
And I think if he ran the Bloodthirsters list, I think he knew that there was a possibility of me beating him with it.
Yeah. I think
But
Michael easily went 5-0 at that event. If he
yeah, sure. But nevertheless, I did real well against his list. Problem was that last map we played. You got those extra points if you held the middle objective and the other two. And he ran all of his dudes into the center.
Mm-hmm.
Every single dude. He ran. He had like 14 out of the 16 heroes standing in the middle. So I had to spread, go outside, try to get across the table and take his objectives from him. And I mean, it was a good strategy instead of fighting the shit in the middle. I just had to give up those points to try to get different points. But those bros are stupid as fuck. Like if you can even kill one through a 4-up ward,
it comes back.
They stand back up on a 5.
And they had to nerf it for that event because you're technically, by the rules, you're able to keep rolling the 5 up no matter how many times you kill it. You know, for each dude. So they're technically, they can be immortal. They can just never die.
And it felt like that. It felt like they weren't going to die. So at the end of the game, we counted it up. I killed 6 of the guys, 4 of which I've killed twice.
Yeah.
So they had 4 stand-ups during the game. That's which really sucks because 2 of those guys, maybe 3, 2 of them for sure, like, punked Usharon off the table. It's wild. It's like they're all damage 3 dudes, like 3s and like 5 attacks, 6 attacks, 3s, something like that.
Yeah.
Damage 3
and
crit mortals. Yeah. That was the problem.
The one guy could like slit his throat and do D3, and then everybody else on the board gets plus D3 attacks or whatever.
Yeah, it's crazy. This is a good amount of attacks per guy. They're all damage 3 and crit mortal. And I don't think Mike ever swung with a guy that didn't have at least 1 mortal roll. Yeah. I was like, bro, can you stop rolling 6s at least? Give me a shot at like doing the save at some point. But it literally was like every time he swung, it wasn't even just 3 damage. It was like 6, 9, or 12. 6, 9, or 12, 6, 9, or 12, 6, 9, or 12, 6, 9, or 12. I'm like, oh man, as soon as you touch me with 2 dudes, my unit's dead. 1 dude I could live through and then do some recursion, but like he's just gonna run him around in like packs of 3 little dudes everywhere to hunt me down. And I played okay. Like the final score of that one actually was 70-52. But by the end of the game, I just took so little points because he just could just murder me. So I had to play the whole runaway game and just try to scratch some little points out. But I don't really think there is a way to beat that list. I just don't.
Can't.
Maybe with really great shooting or something.
Unless they mess up. It's kind of like 4th edition Night Hunt at the beginning. You know, you're not going to beat it unless they mess up.
Yeah, and Mike's not going to mess up. Like no glaring mistakes that's going to make him like lose the game.
Yeah.
So, but whatever. I mean, like lose against Mike. I'm okay with losing against Mike because I know he's really good. Mm-hmm. And I didn't make any mistakes during the game, so that also made me feel pretty good. And not anything that was like game changing or anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he'll let you know if you made a mistake.
Yeah. So I'm happy with my play. Ended up 3-1-1. So we all finished positive win rates. Very good, I think. So, Luke, why don't you give us a rundown on how you did?
All right. So I ended up 4-1. I'm the 4-1 Reaper. I will never probably get a 5-0. It's just not in my blood. So, my games, I had a blast with every single dude I played with. I don't think I had any bad incidents. The only time I was really upset was because I was mad at myself because I was dumb. But my game one, this is the first time it's ever really happened to me. But I thought I was going to lose because I thought I was going to get tabled by ogres. I played against Tommy White. This dude was a, a blast. He was so fun to play with. He was the nicest dude ever. He was running ogres. I love the ogres. You know, he's doing a monster mash. He had 7 monsters. He had a lot more thunder tusks than I'm used to seeing. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take 5 damage at least one of these times. And he did like 10 damage with a thunder tusk at one point. I'm like, oh, this is brutal, you know. But at one point, this was the game-changing turn. I was missing 20 blade guys, some Harridans, and then I was playing my list that's supposed to be tanky because I was like, I'm going to need to be tanky to win this game. And what happened was in his hero phase, he had one of the Stonehorns had 3 damage or 3 wounds left, one had 1 wound left, and one had 3 wounds left. I'm like, okay, I might be able to get one of these in the hero phase. I had the shackles out, I had a counter cast, and you know, Rick Norris able to allocate 1 wound. And I remember he was sitting there thinking, you know, and he chuckles to himself, like this like belly laugh to himself. And I was like, oh man, he's got something up his sleeve. He's gonna get me right now. And we go to play through the turn, and I activate the shackles. I kill a Stonehorn, and I do 1 damage to the one with 3 wounds left. I allocate 1 damage to the one. I kill another one in his hero phase, and then I countercast Reignor to do his War Scroll spell to do D3, and I killed 3 Stonehorns in his hero phase. And he's like, that's what I was laughing about. And he was like, he saw it, and he was like, oh, shackles are going to kill something, Ragnar's going to get something. And he saw it, and he chuckled to himself. And that's when I was like, oh, okay, game change. Because at the time, I'm like, I have 4 units on the board. This never happens with Nihon. Everything's normally still alive by this point. And he had 5 monsters. But then I just killed 3 monsters in his hero phase, and now he's trying to get it with 2. And he, a big issue, which he told me, I taught him a lesson for the rest of the tournament. Because, you know, I played ogres for a while there, and this has happened to me. But the impacts you can do at any point during the charge phase. You know, in the second you learn that, you're like, okay, I'm going to charge with everything first, and then I'm going to do the impact. The issue with that is he did 6, and I pulled models outside of 1 inch of the other 2 Stonehorns. Now they can't activate their impacts. So now I just took away a minimum of 8 mortal wounds. And he was like, oh, that's smart. I'm like, hey, the only reason I know that is because it's been done to me. And so he said for the rest of the tournament, he was making sure he was doing the mortals in like a perfect order to where he wasn't making those charges too hard, but he was guaranteeing that he's going to be able to do the mortals. So that was my game 1. We had a blast. I finished, I think I got 80. Or no, it was 70-40 because I remember I matched up with Josh's game. And I thought I was going to play against City's next game, and I was going to lose. My game 2, I played against Ansh, which he was running the Deepkin. And I picked my black coach list because I was fully ready for him to run sharks. You know, I was ready to play against 6 sharks. I'm like, I'm going to run the black coach, kill that, try to kill the guy who's going to bring him back, you know. And he ran his eels and bow dudes list, and I was like in shock. So I'm like, oh shit, I wasn't ready for this, you know. And he said he just did it because he didn't like the list, and he thought the list was going to be able to get Nihon. And I was like, I don't think so, but you know, maybe, you know. And it ended up being tough. You know, the crit mortals on the turtle was crazy. And I think it was turn 1. I'm like, okay, I'm going to run the black coach up there and get to the turtle and try to crit mortal it out before he can crit mortal me out. And he countercast, put the incarnate in the way. I was like, okay, I can't get to the turtle anymore. I teleported some blade guys up as well to try to muck up some units so they couldn't go and snipe out my coach right away, because that's what's gonna happen. You try to do anything with the coach, it's gonna get smoked. And they got in. They were trying to kill the Eidolon so I can get my first part of. I didn't mention my 2 battle tactics. My 2 battle tactics for both my lists are Master the Paths and Restless. So I'm kind of doing the same thing every game. Try to kill a hero and then hold points. So I go up there, I'm like, I'm going to kill this Eidolon. And I totally forgot that it's got 12 wounds or 14 or whatever. I was thinking 8, you know. I was like, 7 blade guys could get that easily. I didn't even think I killed the Eidolon until like turn 5. But it was pretty tricky that game. But I did end up getting Rem 4 on Kurdos and smoking everything he touched. I just kept getting, like, that's how I killed the Eidolon, was giving him Ren 4 with Reacnor and the Purple Sun next to him. Or actually, it was just Reacnor to get the -1. That's how I got to Ren 4. I could have got to Ren 5 if I got the Purple Sun in combat, but I didn't. So that was my game 2. He did definitely shock me by playing the opposite list than I thought he was going to. And the bow guys, they always do plink damage. They were taking away my ghost before I charged, so it was interesting. Game 3, this was the game I lost. It was 100% my fault. He played well, but we were playing. This was Roiling Roots, so this is the one with 2 objectives and the terrain. This was the only time I was like, okay, we have to move the terrain, because the terrain really does matter in this game. I had 7 out of the 8 in my territory, and he only had 3. And I was like, okay, hold on. Let's make it symmetrical, at least. That way I don't have this huge advantage of just having all the terrain in my thing. So we made it even. Because I'm not going to win a game because I abused the terrain. That's not a good way to win. So I did that. And then I was looking at his list, and I saw that he was doing scouts. And he had 3 units that were scouts. And I, being the absolute genius that I am, I was like, if I kill the scouts, he's not scoring 15 points. So I ran the black coach list thinking I can go up there and smoke one. Well, little did I know, that is the only rule in the game that when they come back, they're still scouts. And I remember it was like, oh, dude, I sat down, I looked across the table, I'm like, man, this is going to be a tough game then, because now he's moving Death Masters around, holding terrain and stuff. And I just threw away 300 points of my list to try to smoke something. And he misplayed where his null holes were a lot. He kept thinking I was gonna have like 12-inch charges on stuff, but he had the null holes in places where I can get a 6-inch charge and then just go through with it. And so the null holes kind of messed him up. I needed a big turn with the Reacnor in Battle Round 5 to win the game. I needed him to be able to pile onto the opposite side objective for me to be able to score a 15-point turn to win the game. And he was able to do the 3 claw steps ahead with his bell and then redeploy onto the objective. And I was like, okay, yeah, no, he's got it. Good game, man. So we had a blast. I met Jacob. This was Jacob. I met him the day before, day 1. I went to a barbecue with Michael and that's where we met up with Walter, Mac, Dustin, and Hunter and stuff. And we had a blast. So he's always cool to play against. I love seeing him. He's a good player, too. He's a captain of some team somewhere. So I lost to a good player. I'm okay with that, Game 4. Gargants, dude. I was talking to Victor, and Victor's like, Gargants will beat Nighthaunt any day of the week. I'm like, I don't know, man. I guess you've never played against me on Nighthaunt. I'm not losing to Gargants. And I played against, it was 3 Gatebreakers in the Gabapalooza Regiment, which is scary if you haven't seen this. The shooting is absurd. Giving Gargants -1 to hit them is criminal, and that shouldn't be a thing. But and this dude was so fun to play with. I can't even remember his name. I would pull it up, but he's Gargant dudes in my notes. He's literally just Gargant dude. And he ended up getting up there and shooting stuff, and he was going to charge with all 3 Gargants. He charged, and they're all Gatebreakers. So he was going to do the 4-up, 4d6, because I gave him -1 to hit and wound. And that's when you debate on doing that, when you're hitting on 5s and 3s. So he went for the 4-up, he missed it, and I remember we had a moment where not only did me and this dude bust out laughing, but the table next to us was laughing so hard, because he's like, you ready for this? I'm like, yep. He's like, I know I'm playing it cool, but I'm extremely nervous right now. I'm like, oh, dude, I'm sweating buckets. And like, we're both panicking right now. And it was the table next to us started laughing because we were so on edge in this game. He ended up missing, and, Bladegeist with 80 attacks, 2s, Ren 4 into heroes. You can't stop it. I murdered every Gargant I fought. So... And I told Victor that, and he's like, oh, I didn't know you can get the Ren 4. I'm like, yeah, you're not going to have a save against Bladegeist if I do it right. So
It's weird. It's weird that shit like that's built into to a cheater army already.
Yeah, and it was brutal. Like the whole event too. They're like, "Do you care about the terrain?" I'm like, "I don't care. I fly, dude. I fly. I give you -1 to hit. I don't care about half the rules. I'm not gonna die." So that was the whole thing.
Well, that's going to change now, right?
Yep, it's gonna be control score and a bunch of bullshit. You're hopefully never gonna be able to hold an objective while I'm on it. Is the plan, but
But you can die now, son.
Yeah, I can't just ignore everything. But the math is doubled towards some of those units. Game 5, this is where I realized the full power of magma droths. And if you haven't experienced magma droths, they get a prayer off that's unlimited, and they kind of put it on all the magma droths. So where any unmodified save roll of 1 they make, you take D3 plus 3 mortals. And I think I killed more of my units swinging at him than he did swinging at me. Because, you roll 60 attacks, there's going to be a lot of 1s. So I would swing and I would kill a magma droth, but then I'd be missing 15 of my dudes. And I'm like, oh, shit. Okay, hold on. End of the turn, bring back D3 and that. But this was the game where the terrain was set up to where I had my 2 units here, and then there's this wall. And I kind of felt bad because the whole game I'm rolling behind this wall, and I kept picking it up to show him and asking him if he wants to see any of my dice roll because, I'm not picking them up until he sees them because it looks sketchy. But I didn't want to roll into my models or roll off the table. This was literally the only place I could roll.
You need a dice box, man.
Yeah, I have some. I have a ton of these really cool old man gaming ones. I always forget to bring them. And I don't think I could fit 80 in those. You guys got to get some bigger ones, dude.
Well, I got that sweet one from Adepticon I carry around, and it's
yeah,
it's pretty nice. But anyways,
I'm gonna have to get one. I rolled after like turn 2. I think every single save roll I rolled for like 3 combat rounds was all 4s. I don't think I missed maybe 3, and I was like, this is brutal, And I'm like trying to show him and stuff, and like every single dice I rolled was 4, 5, or 6s. I'm like, this is crazy. I shouldn't roll this well. And he
rolled them white dice, right?
Yeah, the cheater ones, apparently. But and then there was one incident that I had with him where, he also had a wall on his side of the table, and he started rolling behind it like midway through the game. And I'm like, now hold on, because like he's got all this open room to roll literally anywhere because there's no models over there. I just didn't want to throw 40 dice into my models, and he's rolling behind this wall and picking up his dice super fast. And the only reason why I don't really have an issue with it, but I did catch him. He rolled a dice for a prayer, and he said, the dice was a 1. I watched him roll a 1 on his prayer, and then he picks up the dice and he goes to start setting up his manifestation. I'm like, I wait for him. He sets it up. I'm like, hey man, be honest with me. Would you roll on that last die? He's like, oh, I got a 4. I'm like, nah, you got a 1, dude. And he's like, oh, did I? You played it off as like he didn't see it. And like he could have, but it was sketchy in the moment. I already won the game, so I wasn't going to get too mad about it, And then he did it, and like it's whatever. So like, I get it, but I was showing him all my dice rolls because I was like, this is crazy how well I'm rolling right now. But I had a blast with the dude anyways. He was super cool. He was one of the guys who in my last game was laughing so hard when me and that dude were having a blast in our game. So that was game 5. The only like real issue I had with anything was Death Masters are absurd. And I think we all saw that Hero Hammer is crazy. And I think the thing that makes it crazy is when the heroes can't die. Like, the thing with Gore Chosen is, like, they wouldn't be that bad if they did a ton of damage. But the 4-up ward and 5-up not die, like, if you didn't have that, it would be almost, like, easily dealt with. Death Masters is the thing of you can't hit them unless you roll a 5-up. So they just don't die either. And then the bell heals them and stuff. So it's like, you get them down to 1 wound, they're healing back. They're healing D3, and they're back to full. It's like, oh my gosh. It's like playing against Feck. You know.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
I was literally about to say the same
It's,
thing.
it's like the same feeling, and they have crit mortals as well, and that's a reoccurring thing. Heroes with crit mortals are just absolutely brutal because they're damage D3 each, and they have a shooting attack that also can get crit mortals. So, or maybe it can't. It has crit auto wound. That's what it has. But they're already getting,
crit mortals are out of the game for shooting. There's nothing.
yeah. There's no So it's crit auto wound. That's what it was. But it was like almost the same. Because the only real way I could stop anything in shooting is -1 to wound, and he ignored that by having crit autos. So the crit mortals in combat were brutal because every time he swung with the Deathmaster, he was doing 9 mortal wounds to me. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm losing all these dudes. Damn. But I think we all collectively agreed that you shouldn't be able to take heroes as auxiliary units, and if you can, to counter that is having them be more sub commander options, right? Is what we said.
Well, yeah, I think when we looked at the final tables,
Every single one of them.
the top 7 tables or something was at least one person was running a hero hammer list on all of those tables.
Yeah.
So it was the tournament was designed for a 2-list format, so you could bring a hero hammer list just as your alternate if you didn't want to actually play it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so damn good when your heroes are invulnerable to death. They have crit mortals and then multiple damage attacks because they're heroes, right?
Yeah.
So we did have the discussion afterwards when they were tallying up points and stuff for the tournament. I think if all of the rules actually could just stay the same.
Mm-hmm.
And then GW just says, okay, you can have auxiliary units as a list building strategy, but heroes cannot be auxiliary.
Yeah.
They must be the leader of a regiment or a sub commander, right?
Yeah. They gotta open up more sub commander slots because it's I get why they're throwing all these heroes in auxiliary units because
who cares about the extra CP once per turn?
Yeah. I was like, cool, I have in my game against Jacob, I was like, okay, I have 6 CP this first turn because I saved the 50 points. I have 6 command points. I'm like, I'm out of things to spend it on because I can't buy all out defense or anything.
And a lot of times that first turn is you're just setting up for later.
Yeah.
And you may not even move. So you're not going to redeploy, you're not going to alt defense, you're not going to all out attack. What else are you spending CP on?
The only reason why I was able to spend CP on was because I launched the Black Coach forward to try to smoke out a scout unit that I thought was going to affect the game for all of it,
Yeah.
And that's where I was like, oh shoot, I messed up. I got to read the rules better,
So,
but that is the only one in the book that stays when the unit comes back is scouts.
Yeah.
So
it
got me.
If they change that one thing to make heroes not auxiliaries, it eliminates all hero hammer lists outside of the Gore Chosen AOR.
Outside of Army of Renown. And that one just needs fixed.
That one's just going to get fixed because there's going to be some kind of FAQ to where they can't just stand up every single time they die.
Mm-hmm. And I think
once per army turn.
Yeah.
Thing would just apply to that, and then you go, okay, it can stand one guy back up.
Yeah, and I think instead of having 4 up boards on everything, they should be 5s because
you know what the 4 up board wouldn't be as devastating if all the guys didn't stand back up.
What, really?
Yeah,
so?
I killed a lot of guys. I killed 10 of those dudes total.
The FAQ'd it at that tournament was that you could only stand up 1 dude per combat. I thought
once per phase.
Once per phase.
So you could kill them in shooting, they'd stand back up. You'd run in there, kill them in combat, they stand back up. Whatever. It's still atrocious. I mean, yes, it's on a 5-up, but Michael rolled it out of the 6 dudes I killed. He rolled 4 5-ups.
Yeah.
So it can just be spiky, and your guys stand back up. And they have crit mortals. If one thing changed, it would be able to be played against, if they didn't have crit mortals on the weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Then at least you get an armor save.
Yeah.
If they didn't stand up on 5s every time they died, okay.
Yeah.
Or if, like you said, if they didn't have a 4-up board, it makes them a little easier to kill. You have to be able to kill multiple of those dudes in a single turn. in order to be able to get through the damage that they can output.
Yeah.
So,
And like, what was the other thing? GW just wants you to buy multiple of these heroes. Like that's what it is. Because
well,
if you look
yeah,
at
but
GW,
fine.
if you look at GW hosted events like Nova, you have to have official
Yeah.
models. So you have to own 16 Exalted Deathbringers, and that's like $800, dude,
Yeah.
or something like something
I
like
think that is like, it's more of like a pay to win scenario.
Yeah, like I didn't know my board game was going to be even more pay to win. You know?
It's already expensive as it is.
Yeah, and now
But
you have
if
to
like
buy.
you have to play this skew cracked army of renown that's just full of this one or two types of heroes, and you got to go out and buy all those just to run them at those events,
Yeah,
is wild. And I guess that way, in a way, would skew people away from running it. Maybe.
yeah. Like Michael said, he's not going to run it at Nova because you have to have the official models. So he's running
Yeah.
OBR. He said.
But if like, but that doesn't stop someone that just has $1,000 and goes, "Fuck it, I'm running the
Yeah,
most
it
crack
doesn't
shit all the
stop
time."
Josh, it will never stop Josh.
I don't
I
know.
don't know if you'd run that though. I don't like if you'd spend the money on just a bunch of those heroes just to run it at one event before it gets FAQ'd.
No, I would print them. I mean, I've talked about printing a bunch of Chaos Dwarves and doing them as that army, but
Yeah,
I'm not going to do it. It's too much time and effort, and I don't have the time. Nor
it's gonna leave in like a month or something like that. Or no,
Yeah.
I guess not. But
Well, if they FAQ it in September, like mid-September or whatever,
I
then
hope
no,
it's
it'll run
long
it
for
anyways.
GT, dude, because
I'm
I know
sure.
half of those dudes are gonna run it if it's still that good. Because I know Jake or Jeff or Jake. I know it's Jake running it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
Jake's running it.
Yeah, I know Jake is probably not gonna go in and FAQ the whole army just for the event. Because
Maybe.
it's not. Maybe you never know. That's something Jeff wouldn't do. Jeff wouldn't go in and change an army. It's just full. Like he's full. That's what the rules say. That's what it is.
Yeah. There's definitely arguments either way, like because we've seen I'm in some TO chats in different discords, and it's like, well, the general consensus on some of the upcoming events are banning the Corn AOR and banning the whole night or the whole new KO book.
The whole book?
Yeah, I'm not shitting you. Two
That's
separate
crazy.
tournaments have
That is
made that
not-
decision.
That one's not necessary. Like
So-
the Corn AOR, I can maybe see, but I still don't think it's a realistic solution because that's kind of
But I don't know why that's a thing right now, but
yeah.
evidently
if we ban
it's-
armies. I don't.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be a thing.
I don't like banning, and hopefully they get this shit straightened out before February, so we don't have to make some weird decisions. The
By
other,
February it will, but who knows what new crazy shit's gonna be.
well, I know, but I still like, if you start down that rabbit hole with banning some things that are cracked, it's like, okay, well, whatever. The issue is that GW never has enough data for their rules when they come out.
Oh yeah.
Until they come out and see,
It's like they don't. It's like they don't play their game, dude.
well, they don't. I mean, they probably play test, but you can only play test so much, and they do have play testers that run stuff.
Yeah, they don't have people
But
like Michael play testing or like
They also are in the business of selling models, and you don't sell a bunch of new hero models if you don't have something that people want to run with that hero model in it.
Yeah.
Right, you sell one of that guy, unless you have this random army that makes it ridiculous.
16. Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like the on the other side of the coin of that is like, let people run all this crack shit for 3 months all they want. So you have all this data in tournaments that is just, okay, that thing's going to be nerfed into the dirt and will never exist again.
Yeah.
Right?
Hopefully anything like it won't exist,
Right, well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
okay.
banning it doesn't lend itself toward eventually fixing it. It just is like, okay, now GW has half the data that they would have normally.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I don't
but it's
know.
not
Less
fun to
because,
play
like,
against.
if
It's
Oh,
not
sure,
fun
no.
to go to a tournament.
I know
Yeah.
why TOs are doing it, because they don't want to have a negative player experience, because they have fucking 6 or 7 dudes running this shit
Yeah.
army and they're all going to
And
be top
I don't
table.
get that because, like, it's not the TO's fault that eight people signed up and own what they need to play that army. You know, like,
No, it's not. That's what I'm saying. But as a TO, your job mainly is to facilitate a tournament to have the most people have the most fun.
Agreed.
Right? It's literally a game that we're all playing.
yeah,
It's expensive as fuck. Travel is expensive. Hobby is expensive. And you combine all that stuff in and you show up and half the tournament is allowed to play some crazy ass shit that doesn't lose. And you let's say for instance, Luke, you played out of your 5 games at this Nashcon tournament, you played 4 Hero Hammer lists and lost all 4 of those.
I would be upset, but not.
You know what I'm saying? You would
Yeah.
be so tilted at the end of the tournament about, this is bullshit. This shouldn't be allowed in the game, and this is
Yeah, why
like,
don't I have a AOR for my night haunt?
you know, it would be something along those kind of lines, and you
Yeah.
never want people to like have that kind of experience afterwards.
You've been
That's
not playing it 5 times. At the end of the day, I was like, that's brutal, dude. You know, that's
well, I'm
ridiculous.
just saying, like, it could happen to somebody.
Yeah.
Not
Probably
very
did.
likely that you would play, 4 out of your 5 games against something like that, because those lists just are winning.
Yeah. Like Xavier probably could have went 5-0, but his first game was against Gore Chosen, and he's playing Daughters of Cain.
Yeah.
The new Daughters of Cain with the Army of Renown is just unbelievable, you know? You've seen any of that? Throw
Yeah.
140 dice? It's crazy, you know? And
Well,
that's still not enough to kill it.
It's still the same type of way. Like, when you really look at the final table in Nashcon, you can the theme was Hero Hammer wins.
Yeah,
right?
at each table there was one person playing Hero Hammer.
Right. And not all those guys won. Not all of them went 5-0, but they gave them a chance to be 5-0. And if I didn't draw Michael, I draw somebody else with a Hero Hammer list.
Yeah.
Right? Like, realistically, I just face somebody else with the same type of a list that's still hard to kill, still difficult, and they do massive damage back to you. And
unless they mess up and you play perfectly, it's going to be a super hard game.
yeah. And so anyways, it's just, I think that is a glaring issue that the game has right now. Other than that, I think it's pretty good. Right? There's nothing super crazy in the game other than that style of a list of play.
If you watch Rob's show, you see that every week there's a bunch of diversity. There's a bunch of different armies winning.
Yeah.
But the issue is that right now people are starting to get into having those armies built and painted, and they need to be fucking squashed pretty quick.
Like, I was thinking about running KO, not because it's good, but because, like, I was even on a KO hype before the book. I was like, oh, kind of want to play some KO, you know? And I was like, oh, new book, I might try it out. Borrow Michael's KO. And then I was like, I see that it's totally ridiculous. But it's not, like, I don't think it's ban worthy, you know? That's
banning a whole book was crazy. They were like, we're going to ban the new book, but you're allowed to play the index rules. Well, guess who's not going to have the index rules in their app? Anyone.
Nobody's going to have it.
Right. So as soon as the book comes out and, like, the app updates, no one will have access to the old rules. So in that regard, it's kind of weird. I don't... man, I would be super sad, I think, if, like, KO was my jam, like Feck is with me.
Yeah, like if
and then all of a sudden I get a real good book, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, but by the way, you can't play it."
Yeah, like if Nighthawk came out and it was a banned book, I would like, I probably wouldn't even play for a while, you know, because there's no reason. Like I'm loving painting Nighthawk, I'm loving playing it, whether it's good or bad. Right now, I'm gonna play Nighthawk. at least in 2 events. And if it's really that bad, I'm switching over to ogres or iron jaws or something like that.
Yeah. So
It is
But-
almost 10. You
yeah.
said there's a hard stop.
yeah, pretty much. I got some stuff to do at 10:30. So, yeah. Overall, I think the tournament, like I said, it was real good. We all performed real well. Outside of a couple things, we could have even performed better,
Yeah.
and I'm loving that for us. I think, like, if we could get some more bros to tournaments, that would even be better.
Yeah. Like,
If we could
Josh
go,
could have easily got a 4-1 if he didn't roll.
yeah,
Totally bad that one game. I don't know if that other game could have also been a win, but like Jake got Michael'd and the
Yeah.
unfortunate 10-inch charge on Alariel, and I can't read scouting rules apparently, or I would be able to win that game.
yeah.
Or
So I
different
think
mission.
right.
Different
Well, that's what I
mission
mean.
would definitely
Like,
helped me as well.
outside of a couple things teetering in our opponent's favor, yeah. I mean, we realistically could have all been at the final tables, all lined up together. You know what I mean? That would have been fun.
Yep. That would have been sweet. Like at Pittsburgh. When
Oh,
it was
yeah.
Old Man Gaming at the top, we're like, man, we we did a little too well, guys.
Rolling and just
Yeah.
take all the prizes.
And the only reason why the 2 people did bad was because Michael took them out. He got Rob, and then he got Walter.
Yeah, that's true. Michael
Did
was
Walter
the
play under Old Man Gaming then?
No, but
No.
he was like with us the whole
Yeah.
time. So he walked in with us, and we took a picture with him and that. So we treated him like Old Man Gaming that event.
So, what do we got? We got the September RTT coming up,
Yep.
and that's the week before Michigan GT. So,
Yeah.
September RTT ought to be a sweaty mess with people
Yeah.
trying out their tournament lists for Michigan GT.
Yep.
So
And we
then,
don't have any Old Man Gaming people going to Nova.
No. I don't think
no,
so.
I was gonna go, but I can't afford a plane. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Yeah.
You
So,
can take the train down.
I
oh,
could.
that's true. Or you could just drive all night long.
Yeah, I pull a Michael, show up the day of.
Yeah.
'Cause you play.
I mean, you take the train down, you can paint on the train.
Could paint on the train. Ooh, you're a genius. Is it new Nighthawk rules for Nova? No, it's not. It's old.
Train's
I don't
not-
know.
It's not that expensive.
That's how I'd get number 1 in Nighthawk too.
Nova's
if I
next
went to
week,
Nova.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Nova's this week.
oh,
I
it's
think.
this weekend? Right
Yeah,
now?
it's
Nova's
like
right now?
It's like Wednesday.
No.
Oh, okay. It starts
yeah,
this
it
week,
is
going
next
into
week.
next
Yeah,
weekend.
Sorry.
Okay.
What day is it? Where am I?
Jesus.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
It's already 10 o'clock. I haven't gone to bed yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll wrap it up.
Already Monday for Josh.
2-hour show's pretty good.
Yeah.
I guess the next time we'll do a video is, well, I mean, I'd like to do one soon. We'll talk about it. Until then, see ya.
See ya.
Goodbye, friends.